Hello? Guys, well, look at everyone. Look at everyone so certain. So certain, aren't you? So certain of what's going on. But you don't even know, do you? You don't even know. You don't even know what's happened. How about I tell you what's happened before you keep this predicting nonsense up that you don't know about? Hey? Okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened, okay? Here's what happened. So basically, there's two things happening downstairs at the moment. One is the floor that was sanded is getting oiled up. Okay, there's a man oiling. There's a man oiling downstairs. He's oiling up. Okay. And the second thing that's happening is my washing machine and a new power socket is getting installed. Okay. So the good news is the washing machine is in. The reason the stream went down for a moment there, okay, is because he had to turn the power off downstairs so he didn't electrocute himself when he put the socket in place, okay? You had to wire the power sockets up. And obviously my router, I'm on wireless, and my router is connected on the downstairs sockets, and he just switched all them off. So, because I was sat here thinking, why is it not connecting? Why is it not connecting? And I went downstairs, like, oh, I saw the power thing over. I bet he's turned it downstairs. And there we go, guys. And there we go. So it wasn't a crash. It wasn't actually a crash. That's why it's so funny. Everyone going on about a crash is like, I know what's happened, and you guys don't. It wasn't a crash. It wasn't a crash. It was, you know, it was the power went off, thus unpowering the router, thus disconnecting the internet. Okay. Mormon logic. Why do you think there's going to be a crash? What's the... Oh, dude. How can I find out the slots I'm supposed to use for my RAM? Z790 Riptide. Z790 Riptide. Wi-Fi. Best slots for RAM. For almost all modern motherboards with 4 memory slots, you should put your RAM in slots 2 and 4. Okay. Fuck's sake, dude. Where can I find RAM? RAM. Installing the CPU. Installing memory modules. Oh, okay. Okay, no, look. I've got the actual thing here, look. I'll show you. I'll show you. I've got the manual here. Where's the contents? Installing the memory modules. This motherboard provides 4 2 to 8 pin DDR5. Recommended memory configuration. 2 DIMMs, A2 and B2. So yes, it is supposed to be A2 and B2. Yes. And the person that built it had put them in A1 and B1. So that was the problem. That was the problem. Because it was in A1 and B1, there were stability issues, which is why it kept crashing. And that's why I got the error that I did. And now I've switched them. I'm not good. Hopefully it's fixed. Yeah, it was kernel mode heap corruption, which I'm guessing is because of the incorrect DIMM configuration. Yes, Sinany. Yes, yes. Well, I think. Do you know what I think the problem is? I think the guy just doesn't do many builds. I think he's more of a repair guy, and he just liked the idea of doing a build, but he's not like super experienced. Apparently it's like a mistake that you can make, even if you know what you're doing, because you accidentally do muscle memory and don't look at the guide. Okay. Oh my god. There we go. Anyway, guys, we did it. 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 Yes, exactly. Exactly. There's actually it's called the competence cycle. And it is consciously incompetent, consciously competent, unconsciously incompetent. Right? And that's the stage he's probably at, where he's just so used to doing it, he just puts it in the wrong slot without thinking. That's it. It happens. It's like with people that drive and then they make a mistake they shouldn't make. It's because they're too confident, overconfident. They enter this state of unconscious incompetence and fuck something up. That's what made Jeffrey Epstein so successful. He never took the basics for granted. Oh my god, dude. Anyway, it should be sorted now. It should be sorted now. It's not there in the correct slots. It's run nicely. The only problem there was, unfortunately, the downstairs power getting turned off. But fair enough. But guys, good news. My washing machine's been installed. Let's go. I can finally go wash clothes without going to the fucking laundrette. Holy shit, dude. I can't wait to try it out, man. I need to read the manual, though. Dude, it's mental. It's like a computerized one. And you look at the dial and there's no options. There's no fucking options on there. You're just like, what's this, dude? You got to use Wi-Fi to set it up and stuff. And then it automatically determines how much detergent it's supposed to use. So I will never have to pour detergent for every wash again. It's going to be great, man. Yes, it connects to the Wi-Fi. Yes. In fact, I could probably set it up right now if it's switched on. Let's see. Let's have a little look, shall we? Let's have a little look. So fucking pointless, man. Okay. Devices. How do I add a device? Here we go. Oh. It's searching for it. Let's go. It's searching for the device. Oh, for fuck's sake, no, I've got to fuck around with it. Fuck that. Oh, I'll do it later. I'll do it later, dude. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Okay, wait. Chud Logic smoke alarm. Oh my god, there's another piece of information. There's another piece of information for you guys. Okay? Chud Logic smoke alarm. You're going to fucking love this. You guys are going to love this, okay? So, because I was getting the floor sanded yesterday, right? What happened? It kicked up a bunch of wood dust into the fucking atmosphere of my house, okay? And then what happens at 10 o'clock at night last night? What happens? Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep, bleep. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why is the fire alarm going off, right? My fucking fire alarm was going off. Chud Logic smoke alarm's one. Chud Logic smoke alarm is literally one. My fire alarm was going off, bro. It was going off because it was detecting the wood dust in the air as smoke. Bleep, bleep, bleep. So I reset it and I put it back. And guess what? I did it again. So I had to take it off and put it in my fucking room so it didn't keep going off all night. Chud Logic smoke alarm has won, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Are you sure it wasn't your rape alarm? Okay, very funny. Very funny. But anyway, guys, good news is I'm finally getting a functioning house. Anyway, guys, listen, I got about another hour before I need to go. Let's finish watching that anti-immigrant thing, and then we'll do a bit more politics, okay? As a global elite banker who loves the IMF and WF, I strongly encourage everyone to get as many Wi-Fi appliances as possible. Okay. What it is modern. It's like a modern smoker. I can't even take the batteries out. It's literally unblackable. You can't take the batteries out of it. And the way it works, it doesn't work like traditional ones. It detects like through sensors and stuff, and it confuses wood dust for smoke because it goes past the sensor. Okay, so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. No, it's not wired in, but you take it off and you look at the back and there's no way to take the battery out. It's impossible to remove the battery. So I'm guessing it's just got like a really long life battery in. It's a brand new one though. It's a brand new one. Have you got on one of those LiDAR Roombas? I don't think I'm going to get a Roomba. I tell you what I will do though, is I will get there's a lawnmower they do now that is automatic. I don't know if you've heard about this, but you don't need to have you can have a lawnmower that's like a Roomba. I saw Jacob Reed's Mug have one of those. I thought, I'm getting one of those. That looks fucking awesome, man. Newbie, but I'll be watching that tomorrow. Guys, as always, I have to remind you all, okay? Wednesday to Sunday are the normal streams. Monday, Tuesday are for chilling. Normally politics, maybe raging about Gary's economics or some other topic. Tomorrow. We got plenty of time. We're going to get to the stuff. It's all good. But yes, I've got that earmarked. That looks entertaining. We will get to that. We will get to that. I know. We will watch it. Don't worry. There's no way a yard is big enough to take longer than 15 minutes to just mow. Nah, fuck that. Okay, what is this?
I'll definitely say a prayer for the wife and kids.
Gasolina 420 sent $20. From the river to the sea, Andrew Tate shall be free. Cocoa Bun sent $25. With how fast technology progresses, do you think humans will ever walk on the sun? SoyToys.com sent $21. I got unbanned, no thanks to you. I can't believe you and her team snaked me because I didn't want to send pics of my balls. Middle. Red Brick Roy % $25. Hey Nick, you should check out Elliott Smith's music if you ever get the chance. God bless. Venta Black Floyd Groy % $25. Nick, why aren't you Conclavit streamer you? Are you planning a streamer you school shooting? Joel Embiid sent $25. I think the biggest sign Islam is a false religion is the fact that no two Muslims live by the same exact religious principles.
That just doesn't even make any
Sammy
sense.
Groy % $25. Elliot Page is the man. Gage Park Roy % $20. Spain show.
Hey! He's getting loads, isn't he? I need to be more racist.
That wall fuckers Lionel Messi Yahoo what real European excellence looks like. Viva España, viva Cristo Rey. This dog hunts 988 cent $50. Big W to the store. Mishap. They mad corrected.
Yo! Chud, quiet quitting. Thank you for the kicks. Thank you. Big Birdman, thank you for the kick. Dude, this guy, he's got the right idea about this. He's got the right idea, hasn't he? He's got exactly the right idea. Oh, also another thing that I did. Another thing that I did, by the way, is I got Mumsy to book all the flights. I had to book these flights and I couldn't be fucking bothered, so I just said to Mum, you just book it all. And I'll just send you the money. Whatever the money is, I'll send it through. I couldn't be fucked, man. It was too much hassle, bro. Too much fucking around. Flights, because I'm taking the kids to visit her. Wow. She's going to come down and take them and I'll go for a few days so I can stream a bit more. Too lazy to click buttons. Too lazy to click buttons. It's not just clicking buttons though, is it? You got to look at stuff and think about shit. I haven't got time for that, bro. I haven't got time to think. Okay?
THX Shaitan Mocker. Another note, SC asked if he was too old to run the fits. Here. Grow Wipers do not ask permission. We fucking make permission. Poop D. Groy sent $25. My tax for the only viable future of a nation. Weedman Bad sent $20. Can Fort bring back the hot air balloons and jetpacks? Samuel H. sent $20. I'm slowly feeling the jiggle in my face when I hit a bump in my car go away and my money going up. We are sent. The Political Puppy sent $20. Small biz dog trainer. Would you want a trained protection dog? Not asking for $1. Just the most valuable thing I can offer.
No, I'm
Nick
good.
Groy
Thank you,
sent
though.
$75. Penance for the soccer on the DL goat.
Huh?
Slim Grow sent $20. Weird there have been no riots for Carmelo after all the blacks were
Oh, for posting soccer.
Slim Grow
Got
sent
it.
$20.
Thanks.
Weird there have been no riots for Carmelo after all the blacks were defending him. They knew it was murder the whole time.
That's the dumbest thing. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You're a fucking idiot. That's just the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Ever. Weird how there's no riot. Yeah, because they knew it was murder. What are you talking about? It's just like a total non sequitur.
Insect Groy sent $20. Do you have a favorite Cormac and
Dude, I need to take a leaf out of this guy's book, man. Have a casual disinterest towards people that support me. And be more racist as well, clearly. Big money spinner.
C. Carthy novel?
What? Yeah.
Tide sent $100.
Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you for the big super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, I have a favorite Cormac, but I don't read fiction.
Scoot Groy sent $20. Couple of buddies and I are coming to the Ye concert in September. Gonna pitch a 10 out front for the movement.
Great.
Bobby Hummer sent $50. Have you seen the bricks and minifigs situation? The Utah Police Department obviously have something to do with the Charlie Kirk case. Why else?
Okay, that's just like...
Blondie Impregnator
why?
Grow sent $20
Whoa!
on 2 Chronicles. Should I swap from the KJV? Should a Catholic priest or bishop ever use Judeo-Christian to describe?
Oh my
I could be your grandma sent
gosh, dude.
$35.
It's just
Hello
like-
fellow Leo life path number 8.
That was me. That was me. That was me. That was my fucking super chat, bro. Oh. That Sneeko stuff was great the other day, by the way. Shocking that I missed that. That was quality. Okay, let's watch this Anglo Pigeon recommendation then. So I was halfway through it and the internet cut out. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it, dude? Is Anglo Pigeon there? He probably retweeted it, didn't he? I would have thought. And when it's one he doesn't like, you can retweet it. Well, I can't with kicks. It's impossible for me to skip kicks. Well, I can actually turn it off. But I don't like skipping donos anyway, especially now I'm on kick. It's not like YouTube and stuff where you can potentially get raped for like letting an N-word play. Yes, I have seen the arrest of Liver King. Yes. Yo, Sister Barrymore, thank you for the kick. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's take a look at this video then. Here we go, here we go. Let's start fresh. Let's start fresh. Wait, dude, this isn't even the same one. What is this? Another racist video? What is this now? Welcome to the NHS, where patients are given TVs to seemingly watch what they please. How is something like this going unchecked? This chap is a fair point. Malbus, thank you for the sub. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm nuts though, right? I'm nuts because I like to listen to Chief Keef and blow O's, huh? Huh? Yeah, I'm suing the NHS. You're all bloody witnesses. You all got signed the fuck up.
Hang on a sec. Why are you... This guy's black. Why are you supporting this guy? Surely he's a black guy. He's not your cup of tea, no? That's pretty crazy. No, come on. Where's the other video, dude? Doesn't mean both shouldn't be deported. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, man. Okay. Right, where's the other one? Here it is.
What's happening, people? My voice is fucked. We've been on it all night, haven't we, boys? Boys, we've been on it all night, haven't we? You know what I mean? We ain't even been asleep, mate. We've been fucking on one, mate. Been on one.
It's not this one, Anglo. Where's the other one? Fuck. Where's the landlord one?
That's why I got the shades on. With Stevie London. Stevie London, Berman's. Steve, come on, son. Give a little shout. I know you don't want to. Say hello.
Have another drink.
Ha ha ha.
Come on.
Go on, Stevie boy. There's Jigger throwing the cat in the air. But listen, yeah, we've been on one, innit? We ain't even been asleep, mate. We soldiered it through. I mean, been right on one. Innit, boys? We ain't lying, are we? We don't fuck about, do we? We've been up all night, haven't we? We've been up all night, mate. Fucking cracking on, mate. You know how we roll. You know what I mean? It's only right, innit? Fuck it. Ain't got work or nothing yet. I'll come every time. I've been looking for work. There ain't no fucking work, so fuck it. Let's get smashed. Alright, boys. How many Stellas we had? What did we get? 40 from the shop, didn't we? What did we get? 40, didn't we?
40 Stellas.
Couple, you couple. Got about 40. We did, didn't we? We got 40 Stellas, people. Went to the shop at 7 in the morning and got 4 fucking crates of 10. But we...
Dude, I just want to watch that landlord video. I can't find it in my history. Where is it, dude? I actually saw it on Carl Benjamin's Facebook post, but I can't see it now.
You're just going to go right through. Fuck it. It's one of them ones. We're on you know what. I'm not going to say what we're on, but you know what I mean? Shizzle McNizzle. A bit of toot, you know what I mean?
Bit of toot, a little bit of toot.
Getting that. We're in a no sleep, people. Not lying. We don't lie, do we, people? Do we lie, boys? We don't. Yeah, only in court, yeah. Yeah, only in court, innit? I like that, Steve.
Okay, anyway, listen. I've got the video now. I've got the video. What was the point of sending that? I don't understand. I literally do not understand why that was sent to me, man. Oh my god, dude. Okay, this is the one. Here we go.
Brand new bathroom. What do you reckon that is next?
Right. Here we go. Migrant check. Thoughts?
The toilet. I've just realised what all of this is up the wall. This was a brand new sofa. Can't make it up. These people had literally just got to the UK. No one would rent to them because they had no history, blah, blah, blah. They had no deposit, whatever. Which, guess what? Muggins was like, do you know what? They'll be fine. They're lovely.
Dude, that's such a good... Is suicidal empathy? Yes, it is suicidal empathy. Correct. They'll be fine. They'll be all right. I mean, regardless of the race, it seems very foolish to not take a deposit from someone. But beyond that, the fact she thought, oh, a couple of innocent, hard-working migrants, and they just fucked the house up.
They're hard-working. They work as carers. Just be a good person and take them on. Like, they've left all of this here.
This whore sees signs of nearby migrants and he gets down on her knees. It's an instinct for these sad bunnies. Dude, can I just say, rape meat has gotten more and more deranged as time has gone on. And the things they say now are just completely beyond the pale. It's completely disgusting, the shit that they say. And they used to be just, you know, normal, somewhat. And now they just say crazy racist shit all the time.
And they're literally drinking out of glasses like that. Should I report this to social services? It's just not reported, but obviously, you know, I would go to prison for this.
Wait, hang on. Wait. Sorry, what was that?
It's just...
Oh, okay. So that's like water or something, I guess, coming in? I've got to say, she goes on to claim that she'd done this place up, but the way it looks, and maybe they just have absolutely run roughshod over it, but the way it looks like it was in a bad way when they got it. So either she's bullshitting about having done it up to a high standard, or the migrants are just really, really fucked the place up tremendously badly.
Not reported, but obviously, you know, I would go to prison for this. I put the TV stand up because in here isn't really anywhere to like put a TV. So I put it in the best spot for like someone to watch TV. So just like they can pop a TV up. Oh, I left a fucking TV in here. The state of this fucking door. Where's my tiles?
I love the way it's just like, I don't left the TV in it. Yeah, you trusted blacks and browns. That's your fucking problem. Am I supposed to feel bad for you? Am I supposed to feel bad for you? You're lucky you weren't raped to bits when you came to kick them out or some shit, you know? Yeah, I don't know, man. There's something about this. It doesn't sit right with me. There's something amiss about it. It's too good to be true for anti-migrant people. I'm like, really? You left a TV there and you forgot about it and you just realised in that moment that they stole a TV from you and the place is absolutely fucking in an absolute state. Yeah, there is this dynamic there is this like pro-landlord propaganda, right? Now, I am very fair when it comes to this, and I do know that tenants can be shit and they leave a place in a state and so on. But I think that there is a sort of propaganda effort by landlords, right? And sometimes they do these games where they do this kind of like, you know, wait, what's this? It's real. She's blocked me on Instagram for leaving racist comments on the video. What sort of comments are we talking about? Well, the thing is that when it comes to landlords, the critique, I do understand the critique of like, you know, it's a human right to have a house and blah, 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 all this stuff. But the thing is, the reality is the economic system that exists, like landlordism is just a thing that's going to happen. And I think the best that you can hope for as it stands is strong tenants' rights and good quality landlords, you know, providing good quality housing. And I think that, you know, market supply can help with that. I think a dual system where you have some social housing, some private landlord housing is perfectly fine.
Okay, that's wonderful. But how do I make money off depressed people?
Chud, be honest. Did you nick her tiles?
Yes, I did. Yes, yes. Yes, I did nick her tiles. Yes, yes. But, you know, the problem is that, like, you know, there is this kind of pro-landlord propaganda that wants to paint tenants in this awful way. And it's difficult because you can see a video and I don't fucking know if she's telling the truth or not. I don't know what the state was before or after. But obviously everyone's going to look at this and regardless of what they know, they're going to go, look at what these Browns did. So it's just, it seems too good to be true for me. There's something amiss. There's something amiss here. I just don't quite buy it. I don't quite buy it, you know? And then she's like, that wasn't reported to me. And it's like, well, why would I believe her? Why would I believe her? I don't know who the fuck she is.
Okay. This, okay. It's not meant to be furnished in here. Landlords are so awful, they don't ever fix anything. Do you think that was reported to me? What do you think? Barbecue? We're using that inside? Like, honestly, would not surprise me at all. Okay. So they...
Are you really trying to say the shit stain in the bathroom was already there? Oh my god, dude. I'm saying, I don't know what's happened here. I've got no fucking clue what's occurred, right? I can't verify any of this. I'm seeing a video which has got a very strong narrative, which is obviously trying to influence me in a certain way. And I'm like, hang on a fucking sec. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know the story. I don't know how it came to be like this. I'm open to the idea that it was a bunch of disgusting brownoids smearing shit on the wall. Yes. But I'm saying I can't be certain of that. And there's some aspects of this that I'm suspicious of her story. Like there's things that weren't reported to her. I'm like, really? It's all very pro her, isn't it? You know? We need a breakdown of the shit stain to see if there's spices. See if there's like Arab spices in the mix, you know, just to check.
Give me a new bath at some point. I'm just left the old one. Why not? Why fucking not? Fuck me, that cupboard stinks of spices. I don't have a deposit, so this is all my problem.
And also, right, people will be like, oh, feel bad. She's a fucking retarded bitch, bro. She's a stupid bitch. Why are you taking on tenants without a deposit? You're a fucking idiot. That's your own fault. You have done your job badly. Part of it is to protect everyone, and then they've got some skin in the game. You are completely removing your leverage at handover as a landlord if you're not taking a deposit from them. Because they can just fuck off and they're, you know, they could not pay their rent for months and fuck off and you're out of pocket. And that's your fucking lookout. That's your fault. So what, am I supposed to feel bad for her? Like, you're an idiot. You should have got a fucking deposit. You're too trusting of these people, which you shouldn't be as a landlord, you know?
This was all brand new. Now they look like this. Oh, because they fucked the floor so much and put tape on it. Look. because this flat exists or those adults exist.
Yeah, also, why aren't you, okay, here's something you can do. Landlords have got a legal right to inspect a property, okay? So if you're not taking a deposit because you're too kind-hearted, so be it. Why are you not arranging bi-monthly inspections or some sort of inspection at some point just to check? Because that's how you offset the risk. You offset the risk by saying, I'm happy to not take a deposit, but I will have to implement regular inspections. Totally reasonable to do that, you know? But she's not even done that if she's going in there and saying, I had no idea about any of this. Well, why didn't you? Why fucking didn't you? You know? So it's like, what? Yeah, you're a fucking shit at your job, aren't you? Like, you should have taken a deposit or done regular inspections. You've done neither. Now your property's in a state of disrepair. Yeah, they're probably dirty migrants, but you're a fucking idiot.
I don't know who I'm blaming at this point. But what fucks me off is that there's been 3 children in here. And that's just that just fucks me off so much. But like, they would live in such filth with children. But obviously, when one of your kids has ripped it off the door, to just screw it back on? Like, or is that's not a tenant problem, so why bother? We'll just live with it for years hanging off rather than just screwdriver it. Is this wear and tear? 3 years of wear and tear?
What is that? Oh, they've spilled something and not cleaned it up, I guess. Also, wait a second.
This wear and tear? 3 years of wear and tear?
3 years, and you don't know any of this. 3 fucking years. Dude, what were you doing for 3 years? You didn't decide to pop your head in once. You need to, there's like certain rules you need to set and, you know, date and stuff, whatever. But like, just do that at least. Or, Jesus Christ, bro. Or, alternatively, if you can't be fucked, get a local letting agent to let it out for you, and then they'll do the inspections for you. Whenever I've let from a letting agent, they do like semi-regular inspections of the property to make sure it's being looked after. So you rented out some brownoids for 3 years with no deposit and made no checks of what they were doing with the property for 3 years, and then you act surprised when you come 3 years later and it's a fucking absolute sack of shit. So, whilst I know that the narrative's supposed to be dirty bastard migrants, yes, it looks like here's dirty bastard migrants. This is her own fault for not fucking doing a job properly.
Yeah. Perhaps. Do you think this is worth me profiting £600 a month?
Dude, she is an example of the kind of wretched, rent-seeking parasite thing that I'm talking about, right? Where you buy a house, you let it out, you do nothing, and then you complain when it comes back a state and you're not a fucking active landlord. You're not doing your job properly. No, you don't deserve £600 fucking pound a month, right? The reason that you're supposed to benefit is you're supposed to do things. You're supposed to treat it as... She's seen a bunch of videos, thinks it's passive income, and has let it out without doing anything, bro. The reason that you profit and benefit is you're supposed to do things like do visits and checks and shit like that. Holy shit, dude. Either you do it yourself or you pay someone to do it and you accept you lose 7 to 15% of your, you know, margin each month to a person that does. But then they do it all for you. You don't have to worry about it. The immigrants are the issue, not her. Well, it can be both. Also, okay, this idea, migrants, dude, loads of people are like this. Students are like this, bro. Students trash fucking houses, right? And that's why you take deposits. So you've got a way of fixing issues. And she hasn't. And she's done nothing. She's done nothing for 3 years. And then is surprised it gets handed back in a state of disrepair. It's her own fault, bro. Dude, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to hate on migrants. Okay, I'm ready to hate on fucking migrants as much as the next person. But this dumb bitch heard a sob story, right? Trusted tenants, and then didn't do anything for 3 years, and then wants to complain about it. Fuck off. Thank you, the glove, for the kick. Thank you. Chud, everyone is like this. I'm going to assume you're going to rent your property out to Somalis. Well, if I do ever end up renting, to be honest with you, I think holiday lets are probably better than regular renting. I think that's probably a better option because you can make crazy money if you get a good holiday let going. Landlord logic. But no, dude, all that shit is like not even in my mindset at the moment. I need to stabilize. I need to stabilize right now. Anyway.
Because this was brand new. It was gorgeous.
Was it though? Chud is a credit score snob. What does that mean? What does that fucking mean, dude? Oh God! Do you know, dude? The oil that's been used on the floorboards has come upstairs and it's very pungent. I can just smell wood oil. Oh my God, dude! £600 not good. £600 profit on a single rental unit, i.e., you rent it out to one group, one rental. £600 profit is pretty good. For, you know, isn't it's like you rent it as one unit. Basically, it's the baseline is renting out like just a house to like a family or something. HMOs are the next one up, where you can make more money if you split the cost. You have it like you have paid £500 for 5 rooms, but then there's a lot more administration and maintenance and shit like that. And then holiday lets. Holiday lets are like the kind of top end, but stuff like that you probably need to get someone to manage it for you unless you're really dialed into it, you know. She did nothing, clearly didn't even look in 3 years. £600 a month for doing nothing, complaining when it goes to shit. Yeah, exactly. Uwe Boll's made a Citizen Vigilante game. It's a PS5 exclusive. Go on then, Anglo Pigeon. I did actually want to talk about fucking Andy Burnham today, but you're just pumping me with racist slop. What is this fucking PS5 game? If you got it, link it. I would cap rental prices at the cost of the mortgage. If you can make that work as a landlord to build equity, good for you. If not, let the renters buy it. Is that an actual serious proposal? I mean, the thing is, landlord profit margins are quite slim, really, when you take into account maintenance and running cost. Well, I mean, it depends how you do it, obviously. You got to be competitive as well. But I don't, yeah. Realistically, basically, in the UK, they changed it apparently so that you can't offset mortgage interest against payments or something. Yeah, it's not tax efficient to be a landlord by yourself. If you want to do it, you have to do it through like a company. You can't, if you do it by yourself, because of the removal of certain tax efficient ways of doing it, the margins are razor slim now. When I was talking to my accountant, he's got like obviously clients that are landlords and shit, and he was telling me that there's one guy that he deals with that it's so tax inefficient now that it would actually cost more to like rent out a property than it would to, I can't remember this, but basically it would, because of the lack of tax efficiency, all the costs taken into account, it would like not actually be beneficial to do so. That's not obviously for everyone, but basically there's a lot of landlords in the UK that are selling at the moment. This place was an ex-rental, but a lot of landlords are getting out because of the renters' rights bill and other tax inefficiencies getting removed. So there's like a ton of ex-rentals that are like on the market at the moment. But basically, one on the private market, apparently, one thing that is kind of popular is the idea of like premium HMOs. I was looking into this because apparently, because I remember being in like a HMO and it was very kind of like basic years ago. And then I did another HMO that was like of a better standard. But then there's these premium HMOs where you basically have it done up all nice and rent it all to young professionals, and they're willing to pay an extra £100 to £200 a month to have like a premium living experience. But you've got to do like all this fucking like administrative work, and there's paperwork with the local council you need to do and shit like that. That makes it obviously more complicated. Okay, dude, what is this, man?
Everything I do for you. I can't sit here and watch the system stay asleep for our system anymore. The truth is, you're all being used. The police won't protect you. I have to protect you. And if the courts and laws don't give you justice, I will give you justice. Remember, I do this for you. Until you learn to do it for yourself. You and me can change history in fighting injustice. If the state, the courts, the police fails, we need to come in and correct injustice. You need to stop getting abused and used as a tool. Instead, you will take control, so they will be the victims they never dreamed they ever could be. So all of you who care about injustice, correct it. Go out there and show all these fuckers that they are not getting away with it!
And it's on PS5. Bro. Gaming stream? Gaming stream? I need to get a capture card from a PS5. But it's not even plugged in yet, because I've not set the TV and stuff up so properly. Actually, so, oh, of course Dudley thinks that. Anything that isn't woke. Why don't you go watch the Odyssey, Dudley? Okay, rather than moaning about some based Giga Chad game. How much is it? Citizen Vigilante PS5. Here we go. It's a real game. It's on the PlayStation Store. Although it's got 2.83 out of 5. It's only 18 quid as well. It's only 18 quid. Oh, man. That's awesome. How do I see the reviews? 1 star. Wait, what? Why can't I see them? Accessibility features. Okay. You made that back in the first 10 minutes. I mean, to be honest with you, it's not about the money really. I could obviously do it. It's just like it's just literally to play on stream. Also, I need to get a capture. How much is a capture card? Dude, I kind of want to play this, man. I think it would be funny. We're not worried about the rating, no? We're not worried about the rating. Finish Cyber... Oh, man. Well, now my computer's, I think, fixed. I can actually play games, hopefully, without being scared of it crashing. You can build a sweet 4K Raspberry Pi HDMI capture. Wow. I mean, come on, let's be realistic. You really think that's going to happen? Do you really think that's going to occur? Anyway, guys, come on. I did want to talk about this Andy Burnham stuff. But I've been sidelined by racism once again. I've got about an hour before I need to go.
10-year plan. Laying out a path
got about an hour
from where we are now to where I
Come on, let's stop mucking about and get serious, okay?
If we all want Britain to be, wherever we're coming from, whatever party we support. But I can do something to give people some breathing space now.
Oh, dude! Oh my God, yesterday, so it's the end of the school term now. And yesterday he's walking the kids home. And, you know, kids get, like, other kids to draw on their shirt. It's like an end of term kind of, you know, tradition. One of my sons said about my daughter's drawing on a shirt. He said, "I'm going to draw a swastika on there." He said, "I'm going to draw a Nazi symbol on there." I was like, what? And it's not from me. I genuinely am not saying any stuff to them about that sort of stuff, right? He said, "I'm going to draw a Nazi symbol." My daughter's like, "No, don't draw a swastika on there." And then he said, "I'll tell you what I'll do at school tomorrow. I'll say goodbye like this." Like that. He said, "I'll get," he did it like this. He said, "I'll say goodbye like this." I was like, what? What the fuck, man? Oh my God, dude. And it's because they learn about it at school and they know that it's bad. So obviously they want to say it because they know it's bad. And I say, "Oh no, don't do that, don't do that." Oh my God, isn't it fucking crazy, man? Oh. It's not me. It's not me. He's a patriot. He's a patriot. He's just a patriot, okay? He's just a patriot. But I don't talk about any of that stuff. In fact, I'm very blue-pilled when I talk to my kids about things. And I'm like, don't be racist, blah, blah, blah. When they do the sort of eye thing and go, "Oh," and do that, I say, "Come on, that's not good. Come on." Like Count Dankula and his park. Okay, dude. I definitely haven't talked about jeets melting alive in India around my kids. No, it's all honesty. It's all other kids in that at school being racist. That's what it is. Anyway, guys, I just got reminded of that. But that's what I'm doing later. It's the school run. So, that's just how it is. That's how it is, guys.
Some help with the cost of living. And I will set out some of those measures starting tomorrow, including how we pay for them. I will soon go through that door behind me and issue my first instruction to end rough sleeping in our country. Let us make this the moment when Britain...
By the way, I didn't realise this. That was what Corbyn said he would do as his first instruction if he became Prime Minister. So what's happening here is Burnham is gesturing towards the left whilst also doing things to placate the right. So he's trying to, I think, do this best of both worlds thing. Rough sleeping, homeless people. He's basically saying he's going to end homelessness, which is obviously preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. I mean, it's retarded, bro. What do you mean? What, you think there's a big switch inside number 10 and if you press it, homelessness is going to be ended? Like, that's not how it fucking works, dude. So, I don't know, dude. That's just like stupid shit to me.
Starts to believe again. The moment we bring back hope. Thank you very much, everybody.
He beckoned his wife to his side. She didn't seem keen. In a briefing moments later, Andy Burnham said cost of living help could include cuts to energy bills and bus fares. He wasn't ruling out rent freezes. He was still interested in unfreezing income tax thresholds, a levy to fund social care. And, he said, fiscal rules could be reinterpreted. Inside number 10, the Cabinet Secretary and team waited for the moment Andy Burnham was ready to enter his new domain. Teams have already been working on how his aspirations might be realised. Measuring up to this opening rhetoric will be a colossal challenge.
Good morning.
Andy Burnham began his day meeting rough sleepers in...
Oh my God, dude. This performative politician shit is so stupid, man. Oh, homeless, are you? That must be shit. That must be fucking shit.
In Westminster and visiting a homeless shelter to promote his new pledge. He was asked if, despite his pleas, infighting in the party had already broken out.
I'm appalled at those briefings. I'm appalled at any colleague being on the receiving end of an anonymous briefing. And coming back to Westminster, I kind of see that having gone to another level.
Earlier, Keir Starmer's staunchest cabinet allies filed into Downing Street to cheer him out of the building. Friends say he remains convinced he could have turned around opinion polls. His party, he believes, has made a mistake.
Wait, what?
Building. Friends say he remains convinced he could have turned around opinion polls.
How? It's impossible. There was nothing he could do. The die was cast. Too many bad, unpopular decisions. That's just cope, bro. That is fucking cope, dude.
His party, he believes, has made a mistake. But none of that was shared as he left to see the King to resign.
I now pass the baton to Andy Burnham. I wish him every success. He has my full support. And I thank the British people for the opportunity to serve.
No, dude, yeah. Honestly, the problem that Labour is having, I think, is there are tough decisions that are going to piss off lefties that need to be made. That's just how it is at the moment. And obviously the Labour Party is packed to the rafters with a bunch of fucking bleeding heart lefties, and they can't stomach the decisions that need to be made. So they're constantly going to have this problem where they're going to need to do something that is austerity-esque, and they're going to be like, no, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Don't do that, actually.
I go with good grace, I go with a smile, and I go proud of everything that we have.
What's incoherent about that? What do you mean? That's not incoherent at all. I'm not saying it's the reason he was kicked out. I'm saying one of the problems that Labour face is there are policies they'll need to do, like defence spending and reducing welfare, that are not going to be popular with lefties. And Burnham will probably face the same problem where he's going to have these rebellion threats from the backbenchers because it's all a bunch of lefty fucking, oh, no, don't take money from the disabled. Oh, don't give money to bombs. Dude, it's happening already, bro. It's happening already. The lefties on Twitter, at least, are already complaining about the fact that, you know, John Healey is the Chancellor now. And, oh, dude. Honestly, man, it's unbearable, dude. It's fucking unbearable, bro. They just want to put money to bombs. Dude, it's fucking crazy, the simplicity of the analysis, bro. They just want to give money to bombs to bomb people. When I'm pretty sure the goal is to get GDP to a percentage so it meets the requirements of NATO, I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that was the point of the defence spending dispute, was that it's not enough to meet the goal for NATO membership. And also, you know, it's to prepare ourselves in the ever-changing world. Russia's a threat, and so on and so forth. Tough decisions like gunning people down Browns for a live streamer's content. Exactly. No, I agree that Starmer was pressured by his own base. I agree with that. But I'm saying that what the point I'm making is there are going to need to be some decisions made which are, you know, austerity driven and towards the more kind of fiscally conservative angle from Labour. Like welfare spending needs to come down, for example, and the lefties in the party are not going to like that, and they're going to rebel. That's just how it is. That either fucking, you know, what was that report from the OBR talking about how welfare spending is spiraling out of control? And that's just going to be a problem they're going to have to deal with. That Burnham's going to have to deal with. Immigration too, another one too. Like Shabana Mahmood, people hate Shabana Mahmood because she's a Muslim or whatever, but amongst more moderate rightoids, they actually are somewhat, you know, pleased with her changes to the immigration policies, but lefties fucking hate it. And they're all pissing and shitting because she's going to continue as the immigration minister, you know, even though she is making some headway with the immigration issue. But lefties don't like it. Lefties hate it. Lefties hate the fact that John Healey is now the Chancellor. They hate Shabana Mahmood as the immigration minister. And they hate, is it Pat McFadden? Pat McFadden, who had said in a message to Mandelson, all the conversations I have about who we can tax to pay fucking disableds is the, what is it? The minister that deals with benefits and shit, they're also pissed off about that too. They're pissed off with the pics that are indicative that Burnham is trying to, you know, speak to some sort of fiscal responsibility. Do you see what I mean? Worker pensions, yes, worker pensions. But there's these pics that, to me, seem to be Burnham saying, I'm not going to go off the rails, I'm not going to do a bunch of crazy lefty shit. You know, I am concerned with immigration, defence spending, you know, welfare, etc., welfare adjustments. And all the lefties hate it because they want to they want the cabinet packed with a bunch of fucking lefty loons that don't have any of this sort of perspective and are just going to do a bunch of lefty shit, to put it simply.
Achieved. Thank you very much.
Andy Burnham's promise of an end to factionalism may ring a little hollow for the Starmer loyalists clapping the man they served out of Downing Street. Every one of them now cast out of government. You find those now out of office tend, with some exceptions, to have constituencies below the Midlands. Those now in office after this reshuffle, or widely expected to be promoted, tend to represent the North, and the North West in particular. Ed Miliband was held back at the number 10 gate to allow for a choreographed moment of left-right unity. Not so...
There is no pro-immigration sentiment in the UK, not even on the left. Dude, you're saying I'm fucking delusional, and that's... What are you on about, bro? What are you on about, dude? The fucking Green Party is packed to the rafters, and they've had a massive surge in support, and they promote refugees welcome all the fucking time. What am I confusing about exactly, dude? It's just true. It's just fucking true, bro. Yes, there is a proportion of people that are pro-immigration. Yes, broadly speaking, the country is more anti-immigration than it was like 10 years ago, right? But the Green Party voting base is unquestionably going to be massively pro-refugee.
Accidentally bumping into...
Dude, I see it with my own fucking eyes, bro. I see it, dude. I see it. Fucking all over Twitter, there's people moaning about Shabana Mahmood because she's too anti-migrant.
Shabana Mahmood, giving her a hug and walking together into number 10. She is staying as Home Secretary. He has switched to being Foreign Secretary. The job of Chancellor, which he coveted, didn't go to her in the end, but to John Healey, who resigned last month.
Yo, missed. Hey! Thank you. Thank you for the 10 gifted. Appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go. That's a nice little treat on a day off.
After a bitter row with the Treasury he now heads. He said they were...
Okay. Okay. In the past, however many fucking months, year, whatever, since Zach Polanski has taken over the Green Party, okay, the Green Party has risen in the polls tremendously. What is his message on immigration? What does he say about immigration? What is his whole thing about immigration? And you want to sit there and go, there is I mean, obviously there's a lot of anti-migrant sentiment, right? But amongst Green Party voters, there are people that have moved from the Labour to the Green Party because they feel they're too hard on migration. And where have they gone? They've gone to the Green Party because they're pushing a more pro-migrant position. Dude, Polanski was on TV the other day, right? Not willing to say he'd deport the head of the fucking Rotherham rape gang. Hesitant to say it. Hesitant to fucking say it. Worried to say it.
Was shortchanging the defence equipment budget by £10 billion. And it now falls to him to try to find it as the government sets out bold ambitions in difficult times.
And Gary's with me now. So, John Healey as Chancellor, what does that tell us?
He's only reasonably recently out of a giant row with the Treasury the department is now in charge of. This is his resignation letter from last month. How the world moves fast, saying how the Treasury was unwilling to put enough money into defence equipment to make the country safe. But it also gives you a bit of a clue, this resignation letter, about why he might be going back in there. Andy Burnham's very keen to try and find ways of staying within the fiscal rules and yet somehow magically getting a bit more money, borrowing a bit more money. And it's quite clear from this letter that that was something John Healey was pursuing, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if it's something he comes back and pursues. Europe-wide bonds, perhaps. Areas like that he's interested in looking at. Stuff that's been raised by, amongst others, Gordon Brown. Another thing about John Healey is he's very pro-devolution, and it's not entirely clear that...
Yeah, honestly, I think one thing, Burnham is plugged in, definitely. Definitely plugged into the... like, he's making some of these picks. Dude, it's like some smart picks, I think. Some smart picks. I don't really... I don't really know much about, you know, Ed Miliband's foreign policy takes. I'll tell you one thing I have seen, though, because I follow some Muslim journalist guy or something, right? But he was mad at Ed Miliband because apparently he did something with the Syrians. There was something to do with the Syrians. He, like, said something didn't happen, some atrocity didn't happen or something like that. I don't know the ins and outs of it. But that's the only thing that I really saw about Ed Miliband. Other than that, there's just kind of a general negative perspective of him because he's like a lefty. He's like to the left of the Labour Party. But I don't really know what to make of that exactly.
And Miliband would have been exactly in that place.
Well, I mean, Ed Miliband going to the Foreign Office, is that a job he wanted?
It's a job his brother wanted. Here we go again. I'm not sure it is a job he wanted, but I think he'll be reasonably relaxed that, I'm sorry, because Andy Burnham's forbidden the term, a little bit of factionalism creeping in here. A fellow Brownite is going into the Treasury. Someone who thinks a bit like Ed Miliband in terms of trying to expand the amount of money you can raise and put into the public sector. But the problem for Ed Miliband a bit is perhaps that John Healey's more interested in military equipment and kit, not solar panels. But I think he'll feel that some of his concerns about Shabana Mahmood move.
I've got, dude. I am very pro the idea that climate change is happening, right? I think climate change is occurring. The thing I question is this net zero stuff now. Because whilst I think it's noble to work towards, you know, renewable energy and things like that, I'm a bit, you know, like, for example, this resistance to drilling North Sea oil, I feel is misguided. And I'm questioning that now. The fracking thing, I think, yes, I understand why there's concerns. That needs to be resolved before you can move forward with that sort of stuff. There are legitimate concerns with that, I think. But I don't really understand why you wouldn't drill North Sea oil and why that would be a environmental concern when we are going to use the oil anyway. We're just going to buy it from some fucking sand people, you know? No, I agree with nuclear as well. I agree with nuclear too. I do agree with nuclear. I think the resistance to nuclear power is crazy. But I don't know what this resistance to the only thing I've heard, I mean, maybe there's a better argument against it that I've not heard. And I've just seen snippets of it in the news. But it just seems to be, it's almost like that resistance to nuclear energy that's rooted in the idea that it's bad without good arguments kind of against it, you know? Companies claim net zero, but buying carbon credits from the companies. Yeah, I don't know about this net zero stuff, man. I don't know the ins and outs of that at all. But I just think that there's people who make these arguments against certain aspects or facets that are contradictory to this net zero concept. And I'm just like, really? We can't drill North Sea oil? That seems like a, you know, we're leaving money on the table, so to speak.
Moving in there, sorry again, new Prime Minister, for mentioning factionalism, have been assuaged a bit.
Well, we'll have more from Gary as more emerges about the appointments. But let's hear now from the former Labour Party leader, Neil Kinnock, and the Labour Mayor of West Yorkshire, Tracy Bray.
Neil Kinnock gets fucking wheeled out all the time, man. I see him all the fucking time. It's crazy.
Who are both down the road outside Parliament. Lord Kinnock.
the bigger issue with climate change is the rate of change and how that can cause weather patterns to change chaotically. At the end of the day, the issue will use a lot of fossil fuels anyway, so it feels pointless. The thing that really makes me black-pilled about it is you look at the charts and you look at Western nations desperately trying to bring down their carbon emissions. And then you look at like India and China and those sorts of countries, and they just don't give a fuck, man. They're literally just ploughing pollutants into the atmosphere. And it's like, what's the point in, you know, niggling about over, you know, percentage points when you've got other countries? And it's not to say that you should just open up the sky and start pumping out, you know, like fucking Fern Gully, pumping out noxious fumes into the atmosphere. But it just makes you think, are we doing too much? Is there an alleviation that can be made that is a drop in the ocean? But I don't know. Like, I obviously don't know the fucking ins and outs of it, man. I don't fucking know about climate change. I just wonder if there are some ideologically driven arguments that are being made that put their ideology about the climate beyond the actual truth of the matter. Do you see what I mean?
Kinnock, what do you think this cabinet so far signals?
Merit and the absolute focus on capability. I mean, the people who have moved out today were very competent people. No question at all about that. Their record shows it. But in these conditions, there is bound to be a swirl. And in that swirl, what I think Andy's been looking for is freshness, fresh perceptions, fresh ideas, fresh imagination. And
the thing your analysis is missing is that the West had time to de-silope and pump out CO2 since the 19th century and now can turn its economy, while China and India need to industrialize first and to play climate neutral. Okay, sure. But then I would say that's fair enough. But do you think though that it's sensible to cut off drilling oil in the North Sea out of some desire to further save or have concern about the environment? Do you see what I mean? Like, are we not, like, are we, I guess the main fundamental thing that I honestly don't know the fucking answer to, right, is, are we, you know, are we cutting off our nose to spite our face for the sake of an ideology? I don't know. And if we are, that seems silly and we shouldn't do that. Yeah, striving to lead in climate protection is good, but are we at a point where we're saying, well, let's not drill North Sea oil for some sort of environmental concern that is hampering us, and the benefit we get from not drilling it is not that substantive because we're going to use the oil anyway or buy it from someone else?
Absolutely irreducibly on the basis of merit. And that's what we've seen already with the few appointments that have been announced. I think that'll continue. I'm certain it will.
Tracy Brabin, the biggest political change for 40 years is a hell of a promise. He's really raising expectations. When does he intend to deliver that?
Okay, I don't give a fuck about this. Let's see about the economy. Let's have a look at that.
Time. Well, joining me here are US editor Anushka Stana and our economics reporter Neil MacDonald. In a moment, Anushka, but first, Andy Burnham has been making some big spending hints. How much has he got to play with?
Well, look, Andy Burnham is inheriting a very tight financial position, and that is partly because he has chosen to stick with the fiscal rules of the last government. Now, one of those rules says that he will now have to balance his everyday spending by his current tax receipts. And I just want to show you what that will mean for him. So Rachel Reeves had a plan whereby that rule is met with £24 billion to spare the famous fiscal headroom. But one think tank just last week was reckoning that possibly 14 billion of that could go if we get slower growth and higher interest rates because of the Iran war. And Rachel Reeves' plans were based on very tight spending plans at the end of this parliament, implying...
Oh my God, the Iran war rears its ugly head once again, doesn't it? It's good old Trump fucking everyone up with a completely pointless war that's achieved none of its goals. Great stuff, great news.
...real terms cuts in a lot of departments outside health and defence. If Andy Burnham didn't want to go through with that, he's got to find another 13.5 billion. And therefore, those two things alone wipes out the fiscal headroom entirely. And of course, today we're talking about a lot more than just those two things.
Right, so does it add up?
Well, look, I mean, today I think the financial markets had a very, very tiny wobble. I mean, interest rates did go up on some government borrowing. One investor said that the markets were on edge, particularly when there was a bit of talk about possibly looking at some flexibility around those fiscal rules.
I'm on edge.
But, you know, presuming the new chancellor is going to be only too keen to find the £25 billion a year extra to raise defence to 3.5% of national income, social care, 18 billion, council housing, I mean, you name it. It just seems very hard to work out how you cram that all in to the fiscal rules and convince the Office for Budget Responsibility about that.
Do any of these sort of feel-good measures that he's announcing at the moment help with economic growth?
Look, on growth, I think we just need to remember the context for all this, and I wanted to show you. I mean, we used to grow at about 2.8% every year in the post-war era. 2010 to COVID, that dropped down to 2%, and that slowdown is one of the reasons why our public finances became so difficult. Last year we managed 1.3%. This year it'll be less than that. I mean, turning all that around certainly sounds like a 10-year plan at least. Of course,
John always talks about tax the rich, but the moment it comes to taxing his wealth, he starts to cry and blames migrants. Oh, true, very true. It is the migrants' fault. Well, no, I mean, the thing is yes, obviously, you know, the broad shoulders thing is true, yes, of course. But the problem is that a lot of the analysis is about increased taxing, and there's so little, precious little, that's about maybe we could reduce spending. Right-wing views on Andy Burnham.
So it's over for Keir Starmer. I am sorry, Stormtrooper.
Dude, I'm not watching Stargon. His videos are titled, "Yes, it's going to get worse." The problem with all these political commentators is that, especially ones that support reform and restore, of course they're going to say that because, you know, why would they say, yeah, things are going to be great under Burnham, you don't need to worry. They want you to vote for reform and restore. And Conservatives, you know, it's why it's so stupid going to like the Conservatives or Nigel Farage to like, what do they think? Well, they're going to say no matter what, it's going to be bad. Now, this is the fundamental issue with the likes of immigration reform and things like that. Reform are never going. I think they've had some somewhat positive comments occasionally for Shabana Mahmood, right? But they're never going to say it's enough because they're the party that is saying more is needed. So they're never going to sit there and go, oh yeah, no, actually, Andy Burnham's doing great in immigration, blah, blah, blah. It's always going to be not enough, not enough, not enough, you know? So a lot of it is just literal sides-cucked bullshit, you know?
he's effectively got about 3 years to show some sort of move.
Okay, well, Anushka, let's turn to foreign affairs. And the first person he spoke to was Donald Trump.
Yeah, he spoke to Donald Trump within an hour of walking through that door, and the people who were involved in organising that were very, very happy about it. Because, you know, at first Andy Burnham was kind of distancing himself from the politics of America, certainly when he became the MP for Makerfield. But you'll notice that language, that negative language, has disappeared. He is very much on message now. As one senior diplomatic source highlighted to me, his own language in a recent comment piece in The Times: our relationship with the US will remain critical as our most important defence and security ally. So, how do you build a relationship with Donald Trump without, in the words of a diplomat, not me, looking like a toady? Because they don't want to look like that anymore. Well, he started soft. He started talking about football and the World Cup and how great that had been. That's the easy bit of it. He also invited Donald Trump to go to Manchester for the G20 next year after he had suggested he was the mayor of a town. He's going to the great city of Manchester. Apparently Trump is keen to do that. Then it was...
Funny that came through whilst I was away. Thank you. Thank you for the kicks. Thank you. Yes, I did say I wasn't going to stream, so you guys are very lucky, aren't you? You're lucky I'm here talking about politics that no one fucking cares about. Great stuff. Great stuff.
Finding other areas that they agree on. For example, someone said to me the, rhetoric on deindustrialization, Trump loves that, but there are areas they do not necessarily agree on.
So where are the potential flashpoints?
Well, I think that came next in the phone call when Donald Trump basically highlighted to Andy Burnham what was happening in the Middle East. Andy Burnham responded by saying, we want to help free up shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. But the difficult question, and speaking to sources in government here today about this, is what happens if the US continue to escalate? What happens if Donald Trump wants to see through the threats he's made to hit power plants or to hit bridges? Do we then allow the US to use our bases? Our lawyers are scouring every move. And if things look like they're going to breach international humanitarian law, then they want to be able to say no. Andy Burnham wants to take a slightly different position to Keir Starmer on this. He does also on the issue of Gaza. I think that is where it's going to get difficult. Look, the diplomats I speak to, they say this is not going to be easy.
Bro, I thought Andy Burnham was like zogged the fuck out, but apparently he's actually been paying lip service to anti-Israel talking points. So what the fuck's going on there? What's happening there? Okay, I've only got another 20 minutes or so. Is there anything else here? Maybe watch this homeless thing.
There are going to be flashpoints, and we're just going to try and stay calm.
Bro, honestly, dude, the homeless conversation, man, is... There's obviously a portion of people that would live in a home, okay? What about the homeless people that just like being fucking homeless, and they just like larking about, and they just like hanging around and sleeping rough? It's claimed that that doesn't exist, but it does. It's just give them fentanyl. I am a homeless accelerationist, okay? I think what we should do is just pump up drug supply to the homeless until they fucking burn out. It's when you kind of, you know, give fire fuel in order to help the fire burn itself out or some shit, okay? That's what we need to do. It's the only way.
We get through them.
Anushka, Neil, thank you both. Well, as we've heard, Andy Burnham has made ending rough sleeping his first policy pledge as Prime Minister.
Okay, that's wonderful.
The government will provide an additional 340
people.
Chud, my proposal has been tried and it worked in several countries in the past. Implement a reverse jizya tax, extra taxes for non-Christians and non-atheists. It will solve migration and public debt at the same time.
Very good, Baldrick. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the $5. I'm trying to figure out if that's racist or not, actually.
£1 million to support at least 3,000 people across England. It's something he championed while Mayor of Greater Manchester. Our North of England correspondent Claire Fallon is in Manchester this evening. Claire.
Well, you know, there's been a lot of talk in recent days about Andy Burnham needing some quick and easy wins to go along with his long-term plan. He will know, though, from his experience here in Greater Manchester, that ending rough sleeping, it won't be quick, it won't be easy, but on Downing Street today, he insisted it is doable and it should not take decades. But go back 9 years and...
So, with the homeless thing, I think that people have got this perception that it's just money. Like you just, you know, you constantly see it. People going, oh, the billionaires are wealthy. Just give that money to the homeless. As if, what, you give them money and that would just solve the problem. As if that's the problem. They just haven't got money. There's like a multitude. There's like supply issue. There's all sorts. There's loads of problems. Loads of fucking issues of homelessness. Yeah, exactly. It's like there's supply issues for housing. There's issues with them. They're rapists. They're deranged. They're mentally ill. They're drug addicts. Some of them are just got riddled with PTSD. You know, it's not as simple as just press a button and make them not homeless. There are these kind of multifaceted issues that require like a cross-institution effort to solve. And I just am a bit like, what does it mean to... It just feels like an absolute virtue signal to be like, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to press the stop homeless button now. As if that's the problem.
Right here in Albert Square in the centre of Manchester, Andy Burnham, then the newly elected mayor, was saying similar things. Have a look at this.
Day one in the office. Well, actually, not yet in the office because I've come to the city centre
to speak to people who've been here overnight, sleeping rough.
Oh, dude. Also, this is so performative, isn't it, dude? What are you possibly, like, obviously there's lived experience that can be somewhat useful. What are you actually going to learn from some schizoid, drug addict, homeless person? The voices are telling me, that there's money in people's flesh and I need to peel it out of them. Oh, okay, interesting. Oh my God, dude. Okay.
Promised to do something about it, and that's why I'm here. We're going to show that Greater Manchester does things in a better way than the rest, and with your help, we can end rough sleeping by 2020.
Well, 9 years on and there are still people sleeping on the streets of Greater Manchester. And in fact, in the last 4 years,
Wow.
those numbers have gone
Oh,
up.
dude. I've seen so many annoying takes about this. One take I saw, someone, because people were criticising his record on homelessness or saying that it went down and went back up. And so I was like, but if he's Prime Minister, can't he just fix it? Like, it was almost this idea of the button switch. Like, there's a switch that you can just press. Now he's Prime Minister to fix this issue. Like, no. No, unfortunately not.
Bit. In fairness, there have been some progressive approaches, things like a bed every night and housing first. And talking to one of Andy Burnham's key advisors on this issue, they said to me, you know, actually, they did realise it's a really difficult nut to crack and that you need to take a national approach. So realism, but also from charities, including Barnabas, which works with rough sleepers in Manchester, a hope as they welcome this announcement.
I don't think anybody expected it to actually happen, if I'm honest. We all knew in the sector it was far more than Andy on his own could deliver in Manchester. We knew it was a national issue. We knew it was a problem with systems change. We knew that the system was broken. We knew that a lot of that had to happen at Westminster. But if you look...
Why do you call them rough sleepers? Because it's rough sleeping on the street, isn't it? It's rough. You're sleeping rough. Rough sleepers. I don't know if it's any particular, because obviously, what was it, in the US, there was this thing where you stopped calling them homeless and you called them some woke term instead. What was it? Unhoused. That was it. Unhoused. Yes. Unhoused.
Look at the numbers. He did reduce it significantly through a bed every night. Whether he can do it this time as PM, I'd love to see that. I think it's going to be a tough ride, but if anyone can do it, if anyone has got the heart and the political will to do it, it's Andy.
Where I think this is an intriguing...
Okay, guys, right. One more thing before I go. Because they did actually miss out some very great appointments that you guys are going to love, okay? But they made some black woman the head of energy. And I just thought you guys would get a kick out of that because you're racist.
Political editor Beth Rigby is here with me at number 10. So his first full day behind his desk in the new job.
How black? As black as the Ace of Spades. Exceptionally, exquisitely black. Exquisitely black.
His first announcement is VAT cut on electricity. On the face of it, sounds like a good one, but when you look at how the energy price is going to change over the next year, it might not be that much. But he's sending a message, isn't he, with his first announcement?
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Jane. And look, Lucy Powell's coming in. Lucy Powell, are you happy to be Education Secretary? Yeah, and can you keep the party united? Thank you very much.
Honestly, woman as head of Education Secretary, don't have a problem with that. Okay, oh, dude, do you know what's so funny? I saw this last night. So yesterday, I was obviously keeping up with what was going on. So there was lots of news about different cabinet appointments, right? And I saw this, and then this, because I follow Anglo Pigeon, this is the first thing that came up, dude. Oh my God, dude. But the thing is I don't know who this person is. They're not a particularly prominent, mainstream, well-known politician. So I think it's one of those that's been given, I don't know what our politics are, I don't know what our views are. So who knows? But obviously everyone is just talking about how fucking black she is. Oh, good Lord, man. Good Lord. Looks Nigerian. Well, apparently she's an actual immigrant from Liberia, from what I understand. Yes, Anglo-Pidgin knows the deep-cut racial law, but she was born in Liberia, so she's not even, you know, she wasn't even born here. Now, I personally don't look at whether or not someone's going to be good on the basis of their racial identity, okay? I don't know enough about her to know what she'll do or what she'll say, but Labour have got a very progressive, green energy kind of proposal, ideas generally. And the cost of energy's increased. But to be honest with you, I don't personally really notice. I don't really think much about it. The only thing that made me a bit worried is I thought my energy costs were quite high on the old computer, but now they're about half of what they were, so I just don't really think about it much, you know? Don't think too much about it. Just pay the bill every month.
We're going to have the cabinet coming in and out, so we'll probably break off and see
I don't
if we
know if
can...
you could hear what she said, but to your question, you can keep the party united. She said, I will, I'm still deputy leader.
So,
and a thumbs up for
and a
her
thumbs
new job.
up for Education Secretary. But actually, I also think that Lucy Powell might have been forgiven for expecting that she might have become the Deputy Prime Minister as well in this reshuffle. There's another, it's Miata, the new energy sector, Miata Fambula coming out.
I didn't even bother to try a name. It's Miata, the new energy secretary. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
There she goes in. She is one of Annie Burnham's key supporters, and she was someone that was advising him on economic policy. I thought she might go to the chief secretary to the Treasury as the number 2 in number 11, but actually he gave her a massive brief. He's given her the energy department. But yes, going back to Lucy Powell, she said there, it's my job to keep the party united, because there is a bit of fallout here, Jane, and she is the new education secretary. There is a bit.
I knew you guys would get a kick out of the black secretary, energy secretary. This Nubian goddess does know what electricity is, right? You guys are so bad, man. Oh my god, dude. Yes, you fucking racist. Of course.
Bit of fallout, because there was quite a brutal cull of all Starmer law lists. I looked at it last night, and the only person that survived in that cabinet that hadn't made it known that they would like Keir Starmer to set out a timetable for departure is Pat McFadden. All of the other cabinet ministers that are still in the cabinet, in maybe different jobs but still there, were people that let it be known that they thought that Keir Starmer's time was up. That said, Miliband, Yvette Cooper, John Healey has come back, Shabana Mahmood, and those that were truly loyal have all been turfed out. So there is
going to be bad blood over that.
Well, there was some bad blood this morning. If we go back to the announcement we started off talking about, Andy Burnham announcing this morning that he wants to cut VAT on electricity bills. It will save on average about 45 quid from the price capped Ofgem bill. But actually, as you said, given that the price cap rises over the next year, it's not that your bill's going to be lower, it's more that it won't go up as much as it might have done.
Instead of going up 150, it'll go up about 100.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, okay, I've got to be honest with you, man. Can we just call it what it is? If you're that fucking worried about the cost of your energy bill, you're a broke bitch, okay? You're a fucking broke bitch, okay? It ain't that fucking deep, bro. It ain't that fucking deep. Dude, people are panicking about an extra few quid a month, bro. Fuck off, dude. Get your money up, bro. Get your fucking money up, dude. Oh no, the energy bill's gonna go up by £5.68 a month. Dude, it's so stupid, man. Oh, get over it, dude. Get over it. Chud, shouldn't you wait to the first winter? No, dude, it doesn't matter, bro. It literally doesn't fucking matter, man. It literally does not matter, man. It'll be totally fine. It'll be totally fine. No, the thing is, dude, mine it's fine. I was like, fucking hell, it's really that much. And then I worked out over the month. I was like, that's fine. But it's gone down now anyway. I guess there was some component in my old computer that was cost. I don't fucking know, dude. Wait until Christmas stream and try to whine about it being too cold to stream. Guys, I was wrong. I can't afford to put the heating on. It's literally just my computer heating me up. Please give me some money so I can turn the radiators on. I'm begging you.
So, look, I mean, I think in the spirit of trying to give people a bit of help, that's clearly what he's doing. But in terms of funding it, I mean, it's about £800 million. And he said it will be, this is the PM, the new PM, said it'd be funded from scrapping digital ID cards.
Hey! Angela Rayner's back as housing minister again. She's the person that fucked up paying her stamp duty and got in trouble, but it turned out she didn't actually do anything wrong, allegedly. I mean, obviously, by the rules, she didn't do anything wrong. Realistically, she probably wasn't, precise enough with checking certain details. Let's put it that way. But yes, she's back now. So this is obviously a little tip of the hat to the left. Don't worry, guys. Angela Rayner's back. I'm not like Starmer.
And no sooner had he said it, oh, sorry, we're going to have to break off because that is Chris Bryan is the new Northern Ireland. Yes, well done. Happened very late last.
Another thing as well. So this guy is going to be the Defence Secretary, Red Streeting, and he's homosexual, okay? And guess what all the posts have been? Oh, the Navy's laughing. The Navy's laughing as if he's going to be on a boat getting bummed by a bunch of sailors. Oh, yeah, the Navy. He's going to get bummed because he's gay. He's going to suck all their cocks because he's gay. It's so stupid, man.
It's like West Streeting Defence, big job.
West Streeting, can the party unite in this cabinet? Isn't it?
By the way, guys, okay, let me tell you this. This is 100% a fucking reward for backstabbing Keir Starmer. Without fucking doubt, bro. Without doubt. West Streeting had his knives out for Starmer, right? Undermined his prime minister thing, and now Burnham's given him a plum roll to reward him for fucking Starmer up a few months ago. Game of number 10, abso-fucking-lutely, that's what this is, dude. Without fucking doubt, bro. Oh, well done, Streeting. You fucked Starmer up. Here's a plum roll for you.
A vicious cull of Starmer allies, sir. There you go. That's the
Angela.
Oh my goodness,
Angela Rayner coming up as well. Housing.
Wow, she looks great, dude. Love the dress. Love the dress. She's looking fantastic. Not from any sort of perverted perspective, just from she's looking well put together.
Angela Rayner, can the party stay united under Andy Burnham? Are you pleased to be back in housing? There she goes. I think she is pleased to be back in housing, by the way. I think that is the job she wanted. There was sort of talk about...
she was passionate
well,
about.
And actually all her interventions have all been in housing and devolution in recent weeks. And this is Johnny Reynolds. Johnny Reynolds, can the party remain united,
Is that the AI guy? Was that the AI guy as well?
Alex Norris, Justice Secretary.
And there was that also
the guy
our
at the front
new
is
AI
the minister.
Yeah.
And then you've got...
They are not saying any of the foreigner names. They're not saying any of the fucking foreigner names, bro. Oh, yeah, that guy. He's the AI guy, isn't he? They're not even trying, bro.
Yes. Very, very impressive. The industry. I did a dinner actually with the tech industry the other day, and they could not speak highly enough of him. He is an AI minister now attending cabinet, and then you had Johnny Reynolds back in business.
Dude, honestly, an Indian as a head of AI is a win. Okay, I don't know anything about the guy. Take one look at him. I look at his name, and I think that's in safe hands.
And then you had Alex Norris, who is the Justice Secretary, and as I understand it, there was a bit of part of the reason that reshuffle went on very...
You beautiful, bold bastard. Please don't put taxes up, you bold fucking bastard. Surely this beautiful, bold bastard isn't going to ask me for more. Surely not. You bloody beautiful bold fucker. Come on, let's go.
Late into the night. Here's the new Chancellor.
Oh, here he is.
John Healey, can the party unite behind Burnham? Is it a nest of singing birds, sir? There he goes. In he goes. The new Chancellor, in he goes.
Twinkle in his eye there, I
Yeah,
thought.
he's very happy.
Yeah.
He's a very happy man. I'm not sure he expected that job, Jane.
He may be happy. It's a huge position, but he now has to actually make all the sums add up. The Home Secretary, still
Shabana
Home
Mahmood,
Secretary.
are you disappointed not to be Chancellor? Happy with your job? I think she is quite happy with her job, actually. I mean, she likes being the Home Secretary, and she's effective at the Home as the Home Secretary. But going back to John Healey, I mean, for Keir Starmer, even though John Healey resigned over the Defence Investment Plan and caused him a world of pain, actually, for a Prime Minister that also wants to remain committed, a former Prime Minister, to Ukraine and defence spending, I think to have John Healey in as the Chancellor is really significant, because the reason John Healey resigned from government was because he said to Keir Starmer, you're not putting enough money in. There is not a clear pathway to 3% of GDP on core defence spending by 2030. It needs to get to 3.5% of GDP on core defence spending by 2035. And that's why he resigned. So he's now got to find all the billions of pounds that the Chancellor he clashed with, Rachel Reeves, couldn't. So for the defence...
Need some more money to bomb Browns? It's in the pockets of the disabled and pensioners. There's your answer. There's your fucking answer, dude. It's all there.
Okay,
it's
that's
all there. You
wonderful.
need to
But how do I
take
make
it back
money
from them.
off depressed people?
And there goes the AI guy. Sorry, is that Star Wars Cantina music playing in the background? Anyway, there's the chromed unfucking bastard with his hand in your pocket. At least tug me off, you bald-headed freak.
Thank you. Thank you for the 420. Thank you.
Industry, for the Ministry of Defence, for allies, NATO allies, for other fellow leaders, for President Zelensky. I think John Healey, as the Chancellor, is music to their ears, and I imagine Keir Starmer will be pleased about that. Are you happy to be... Are you happy to move to health? Are you happy to move to health? There we go. There goes, Yvette Cooper goes in.
Anyway, we get the gist. I need to go soon. Did you see people are learning about mobility benefits from your stream? What? Oh, dude, I wanted to show you. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about, man. Look at this. I don't even follow this account. This is what's getting presented. So, Miata Fanbullah as Energy and Net Zero Secretary. Okay. This will provide African dictator ordering the sun to stop shining whilst buying a Lamborghini using comic relief money level japes and hijinks. Except this time, it's you who's huddling around a candle in a blackout with Sudanese ex-militiamen loitering in your garden. Okay, dude. I mean, that's just racist, isn't it? That's just fucking racist, man. So these are the two racial picks that I think people have been talking about. So then this is Kanishka Narayan as the UK's first ever Minister for AI. What do we think about the AI minister thing? I think that, yeah, the UK probably could do more to capitalise on the AI boon, even if it's a bubble set to burst at some point. Dude, I know nothing about the guy. Take a look at him. Dude, take a fucking look at him and you tell me he's not primed for it. Dude, it's like that scene in The Big Short where the Asian guy's the quantitative dude. Look at him, bro. He's fucking knows all about it. This guy has scammed multiple pensioners with convoluted AI-based scams already. He's fucking joking, allegedly joking. Do politicians sue people for saying lies? I don't fucking know. Oh, anyway, guys. Oh, we've announced a new fighter jet. That's cool. New fighter jet's being announced. Awesome. Oh, we got some PR images. Hey, let's go. Look how happy he is.
Can I just say, I expect this every meeting.
Hey, bit of
Thank you so
banter.
much, colleagues. And congratulations first. Those of you who've taken new positions, thank you for stepping up to serve, and for those reappointed to your roles, please take that as a major vote of confidence in you. And we feel like a good team. That's certainly how I feel today. A good team that reflects the party, the country, all backgrounds. I think we're going to work really well together. So thank you, everybody. We've got 2 items on the agenda today. The mission, the purpose of this government, and standards. And the 2 are linked because we will only deliver for people and make hope feel real for people if we are pulling ourselves together in the same direction, and we have a really positive working relationship, a sense of one team. And I've been speaking to the Cabinet Secretary as well.
Bro, he's nervous. He's nervous. Dude, he's not my fucking hero, bro. I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded. Unlike you fucking guys, you just want some racist to come in and send all the Browns home. I'm open-minded. I want any Prime Minister to succeed and make good decisions. It's not fucking sports ball for me. I actually live in this country, bro, and I want things to go well, broadly. Anyway, dude, I need to go, unfortunately. I wish I could stream longer. I'm actually having a good laugh with you guys today. But anyway, to add to the laughter, the CPS says Anne Widdecombe died after she was hit on the head with a hammer 21 times. Right. Oh, why so much? Why so much? What the fuck is that about? That is a lot, isn't it? That is fucking mental, bro. Oh my god, dude. Dude, that's an all better guy. I disavow that comment. I disavow that comment, dude. Cracked open up for the delicious goo inside. No, it was a white guy. It was a white guy. You guys are wrong. It was a white fucking lefty guy, apparently, who hated reform because they're racist. Anyway, guys, we'll see what happens. I'm open-minded. And I think that hopefully Burnham can, you know, can win. Well, no, I don't fucking know what's going to happen, dude. The lefties are not happy, though. I've seen a lot of lefties whining because Shabana Mahmood is continuing a plan to liquidate all immigrants. And John Healy's going to pump a bunch of money into bombs to blow up brown people. Pat McFadden's going to take all the money away from the disabled. Yes, dude. Well, the thing is, people don't like Shabana Mahmood, but if you look at actual reasonable rightoids, although there's some criticism, it's all performative. There is some praise for Shabana Mahmood for actually putting in place some restrictions. So, I think, you know, it's almost, to me, it seems like sort of like a signal, really. It's a way of signaling I'm still serious about immigration, you know, without having to make a big fucking deal out of it initially. No, I think overall it's pretty decent. And I think that he's making the right move to signal difference from Starmer with his little VAT cut thing. But you know, the proof is in the pudding. The proof of the pudding is in the eating. We will see what happens in the coming months and see what changes. We've got the budget coming up as well. So we'll see if he's going to implement that streamer tax that you guys are desperate for or not, okay? Oh. Anyway, guys, the good news is, because I actually did end up streaming today, I'm not going to talk about any of that shit tomorrow. We're just going to crack on. Got a bunch of stuff to get into. But guys, I do need to go now, unfortunately. I do need to go. Thank you for watching. Right, let's have a look. Oh, I'll raid Jelly. Jelly's raiding. Jelly's raiding. Jelly's streaming, I mean. I'll raid Jelly. Great timing. Great timing, Jelly Stars. Great timing. So, guys, yes, thank you for watching today. Lots to get into tomorrow, so come by for that. I'm looking forward to it already. Be good. Enjoy yourselves. Have fun. And also, apart from the internet issue, which was for the power, I think my computer sorted. I think it was literally just the RAM being in the wrong slot. I think that was it. I think now it's sorted. I think we should have some stability, hopefully. But thank you for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Be good, have fun, and enjoy yourselves. And I'll hopefully see you all tomorrow. Be there or be square. Good luck. Godspeed. Goodbye. Thank you. And goodbye. Bye.